Welcome back to American Agenda. I'm Bob Sellers here with Heather Childers. Well, the woke mob is coming for a new victim, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Some are calling it unappealing. It's toy maker Hasbro announcing today he's no longer a Mr. and will instead be gender neutral. The name of Potato Head, the company wants to get rid of the Mr. Potato Head to break away from traditional gender norms. I feel a little bit like they're working us here, folks, and I'll explain why in just a second. 70-year-old toy needs a modern makeover. The gender name changes will appear on boxes later this year. Is wokeness going too far? Let's bring back our panel to talk about this. I do want to... The reason I say we're being a little manipulated here, I feel. Hasbro, when's the last time you talked about Mr. Potato Head? I've been around long enough, Joe, I don't know if you have, but I remember playing with the actual potatoes, and it just came with parts. So they make Mr. Potato Head and little plastic and all that. But I want to read you the tweet after all this hullabaloo, if you will. It says, hold that taut. Your main spud, Mr. Potato Head, isn't going anywhere. While it was announced today that the Potato Head brand name and logo are dropping the Mr. I am. Okay, we get it. Proud to confirm that Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head aren't going anywhere and will remain Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. So the brand is going to be Potato Head. I don't know if we're being manipulated on this, Stacy, or if there's some there. What do you think is going on?
All right, so here's where I'll confess. My husband and I, when our children were small, we went through 12 years straight of being toy fanatics. We bought every hot toy, we bought it. Sometimes we'd be up at midnight, both of us on our laptops, surfing eBay, looking for the toys. And our kids only had one Mr. Potato Head out of all of that searching and purchasing and buying of the hot toys. So it really wasn't a big thing in our house, but I played with it when I was a kid. So, I mean, I think it's nostalgic and I think it's wonderful. I actually don't mind them selling a single parent household Mr. Potato Head. It represents a segment of society. A lot of kids are growing up without a dad or a mom. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think if they were taking away Mr. and Mrs. permanently, like if there was no longer an option for that, I'd be really miffed. But if they're just adding additional options, this is actually a fantastic marketing ploy because they're on Newsmax. They're going to talk about it on all the major channels. So they're going to get a lot of free advertising because of it. Yes. So I feel like you're right, Bob, but I mean, it's not the hottest toy in America. Maybe they want it to be. And so this is a great way of getting people to talk about it again. Now,
you're looking at something, Heather, so...
Well, I'm just trying to clarify.
You're doing a deep dive into something.
I didn't understand their response that just came out moments ago. But apparently what Stacy was just explaining to us is that they are going to make more options available in terms of skin tone of the potatoes and different options in terms of the family dynamics, that type of thing.
Well, if you wait long enough, the potato rots, right, Joe?
Well, it does. What's funny, Bob, is you were actually alleging to me that they don't do it with a potato anymore. When I was a kid, you had a potato, you stuck the things in the potato,
put the stuff
and
in
you made Mr. Potato. Right. I mean, is it just a plastic thing now? What the heck happened to Mr. Potato Head?
They actually made a little mold where you have a little plastic figure that's supposed to look like a potato.
No, because as the potato got older, it aged. It looked like an older Mr. Potato Head. It actually aged in front of you.
Yes, you have an old and then you get another potato.
I never knew that they used actual potatoes, and they just sent you the parts.
You are. That's why. You didn't know that. You're young and spry. But listen, the bottom line is Stacy's right, Bob's right, Heather, you're right, everybody's right. That nobody's talked about Mr. Potato Head for how long now? And we've just talked about it for like 6 minutes.
Exactly.
So, right. I think this is a way to get it out there, make us talk about it. I'm going to complain about it today. Big, mean, conservative talk show host will complain about it on my show, and people might actually be interested in it again. I thought you were going to say that Mr. Potato Head is becoming Miss Potato Head.
Oh,
and that was a whole different topic. That's what this was.
You know what? It may be one of the versions. You
can put the parts in the different potatoes, so I don't understand what the issue
is. You can change the parts.
You've always been able to do that.
It'll be an easier surgery, but Jenny Beth, I'm guessing they'll get some free attention also at CPAC, where you're going to be this weekend.
I don't know if they'll get attention at CPAC or not, but I'm a mom of boy-girl twins, and my kids, when they played with Mr. Potato Head, they put the arms in where the hat goes and the hat where the arms show, and they're not paying attention to whether it's a boy or a girl or a Mr. or a Mrs. or what color the potato is. It's a potato. It's not about human skin color. Just let kids be kids and let them have fun. Life is hard enough. They don't need to politicize every single thing all the way down to a toy for 3-year-olds.
Yeah, Heather, I feel like this just is to get attention. I feel like
They're
this
using
is.
us, Bob.
Yeah, I think it's coming more from Hasbro than the so-called woke crowd.
I think up next, remember that game that we used to play? Was it Mr. Doctor? The game where
Operation.
Operation.
Yes.
Right.
That will be next. You watch. Mark my words.
Because it was just some guy,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So it needs to be, I don't know, a female also?
I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe different kinds of
I want to make sure
operations.
everybody in America understands. Jenny Beth Martin just said she has a problem with potatoes of color. I'm just putting it out there. I heard her say it.
No, I think that we don't have to look at everything through a political lens. We can just look at it through, it's a potato being a toy. Just enjoy the toy. Enjoy life a little bit. We need to laugh and smile and stop politicizing everything.
Yeah, and just throw out the plastic, get a real potato, put the parts in there. It's a lot easier that way. Joe Pags, Jenny Beth Martin, and Stacy Washington, thank you so much for being with us today. And folks, we're going to be back in just a few moments and talk with Chris Salcedo, who follows us. More of American Agenda after this.